Okay, so recently there's been a kind of situation going on in the Wuthering Waves community, and I just kind of had to cover it because there's a lot of different things that people have been missing out in this entire kind of drama thing, I guess, and it's involving one particular Wuthering Waves creator who has been going after another account over on Twitter and essentially getting their, big fan base to go and mass report them. Now, as you can see here, this is pretty much where all of it started, and I just want to give you guys the full context as to what happened. You guys can make up your mind on what you think was wrong or right. And essentially, it's a tweet from a person called Ancient, and essentially they say, buy Zani X Phoebe stocks today, obviously referring to the ship, and this was in response to a fan animation that Wuthering Waves put out on their official pages, and it looked absolutely amazing. And obviously I've got no problem myself whenever it comes to kind of shipping characters, or it doesn't matter who it is really, unless it's like a weird one, for example like Encore and Zani. That'd be completely weird, but Phoebe and Zani, obviously that's an acceptable one. And I think that as long as it's not a weird one, I'm not too bothered about who you ship, even if it is even if it doesn't make any sense, but essentially they go on to be quote retweeted by someone essentially saying, another tourist Yuri turd spotted hiding behind the law enthusiast mask. And then they essentially have this screenshot of their page, and then they did quote the actual post, this post here, but I think they got blocked or something. So obviously and it seems that this person was just going ahead and attacking this person, which obviously is totally wrong. I feel like attacking someone for liking a ship or whatever, especially just because it's a Yuri ship rather than another ship, is kind of weird. And obviously I do think that is the wrong behavior. But then obviously what happened was a content creator got involved, and you guys probably know them, which is Narashio. And essentially Narashio, if you don't know who Narashio is, they essentially repost a lot of Wuthering Waves and PGL stuff on Twitter and also on YouTube. And they actually quoted them and essentially said, can everyone please report this account for harassment? Anigson is always true to himself. He never wears a mask, never hides his feelings about anything. Seeing him harass over what? Zani and Phoebe getting together is a problem now, which I definitely do agree, but I do think that getting everybody to report this account just because this person has an opinion on Yuri stuff is also completely wrong. And obviously Narashio actually ended up deleting this tweet, which is good to see, but obviously the damage was still pretty dull. And you can see here, like, someone replied to one of their other posts essentially saying, sure thing, can everyone please report? It is a direct call to action, not poor wording. If there's a poor wording, what you meant to say then? Ridiculous. 66,000 followers, zero responsibility and self-awareness. I believe Ancient can stand for himself without your help, which I think is definitely true. And obviously Narashio put up this post afterwards essentially saying the original post has been deleted due to poor wording on my part. And obviously that's what they're referring to whenever they say it's not just poor wording, it's just being stupid. And they say, but I'd like to clarify one important thing: no one should be harassed for sharing their opinions or making light-hearted posts about their tastes, which I definitely think is true. But also you literally say it in your own response here, saying, I think it's important that people should not be harassed for sharing their opinions. I mean, it might be the wrong opinion and it might be very hurtful, but it's still an opinion, and you've just gone ahead and done the same. You've harassed them for having an opinion, and obviously this person hasn't gone around it in a very nice way or anything like that, which I definitely do understand, but it's still an opinion at the end of the day, and you're already contradicting your words in the first kind of sentence of this, which is kind of crazy. They say people share what they enjoy because it brings them happiness, and that shouldn't negatively impact anyone else. If it's not something you like, it's perfectly okay to scroll past rather than engage negatively. Let's all try to respect each other's space and enjoyment. So I mean, again, I feel like this is just a blanket kind of statement here. I feel like, a lot of this, you say people are allowed to have their opinions, and then you say, well, if you don't agree with their opinion, then just shut up. Like, it's okay. Well, I feel like everybody is allowed their opinion here. Obviously, people in the replies obviously saying, well, I agree with what you said. Honestly, IMO, you shouldn't have taken that backstab. Granted, given your experience, you handled the situation fine, but it gives the perps extra room. But I can understand wanting to steer from the extra drama, you being an official Kuro CC. Obviously, people said, true. Seriously, though, I don't know what life you have to hate or harass people. And again, there's a lot of people agreeing with that. But then obviously people over at Illegash Police and other places as well are now bringing up other kind of things that Narushiro has done in the past. Obviously this person brings up the situation saying Narushiro just attempted to weaponize his followers to mass report someone for simply calling his lolicon Yuri friend a tourist, and then panicked and deleted the tweet after people called him out. Apparently, he also copyright striked someone for using his footage of his gameplay in the past when his entire account is built on reposting Kuro property. This guy seems weird as hell, to be honest. Now, obviously, yeah, this actually did happen. It happened to Amethyst ages ago. This was like almost last year, maybe like a year or so ago. It's kind of crazy how long it has been since that happened. But yeah, Amethyst did get his video taken down by Narushiro at some point. I'm pretty sure it did get sorted out. I'm not sure. Maybe he can confirm that if he ever does make a video on it. But yeah, obviously his video got taken down. There's a big thing about it. VXV made a video about it and talked about it, and yeah, it was a pretty crazy situation because, you know, he used like 20 seconds of footage that was from Wuthering Waves, and, you know, Narushiro had uploaded, and then he decided to take his entire video down without even having a chat with him, which was just kind of like wrong. And obviously, yeah, it seems a little bit weird. Now obviously people were saying, yeah, sorry, that post has been deleted. Bro, so Narushiro and Angsia know each other. So Former made that post calling for mass reports to defend the latter. Again, you know, yeah, it's weird. Let's see, the audacity. Wonder how this guy Narushiro got famous in the first place. Not gonna lie, his positive appearances does manage to deceive a lot of people. This guy seems so likable when he reposts PGR content. Quite surprised that he does all of these shady things. He said apparently he also copyrighted striked someone for using footage of his gameplay in the past when his entire account is built on reposting Kuro property. Not apparently, I got proof. And obviously, yeah, there is proof out there. There's the video that VXV made on it, essentially talking about the situation. You know, Shinya was involved and stuff like that, in talking about it. And, you know, there's been other things as well that Narushiro has done. I feel like, wait, where's the post? I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, essentially, you know, he's got like a whole list of other things that has happened as well. Obviously, the whole thing of him getting called out for asking a JP player to breach TOS and account share with him, which is against the TOS, obviously, for his ad revenue farming. Number 2, him paywalling official PGR L2DZ ripped from the game files behind his membership to profit off Kuro's art, include his viewers. Number 3, him bullying smaller content creators by copyright striking their videos for using tiny segments of his content, which was the whole Amethyst thing, aka gatekeeping CBT2 footage of him just going through the attack animations without putting in any effort at all besides hitting record. Very, very hypocritical. If nothing else, those videos count as a transformative content, so that's him abusing the feature. So yeah, obviously people are now bringing that up at the you know, at this point. Someone put begging for a new GPU. I'm pretty sure I did see that recently as well. But again, you know, obviously his GPU is broken. If people want to fund that for him, then that's fine. I don't really care. They say Damo sort of him as a chill dude. I had no idea how big of a fraud Narushiro was. So again, obviously these people do not have a very good opinion of Narushiro, especially after this situation, but also it's made very clear that this has happened before. This isn't the first time that Narushiro has slipped up with this kind of stuff, and it's happening over and over and over again, and it's just a question of when is the next time is this going to happen? Because again, it is one of these problems that has pretty much taken over Twitter at the moment. But hey, you know, I don't really care too much about this drama as a whole. I mean, it was kind of stupid in the first place. I feel like, you know, Narushiro shouldn't have tried to mass report this account or ask people to report this account, because again, it's a big problem. Obviously, you know, I think the only situations where it's okay to say can everyone report this account is if it's like impersonating you, or it's like kind of you know, doing something that is like very much so illegal towards you, which again, I could definitely see that. But apart from that, I mean, I don't think there's any kind of validity to telling people or telling your followers to report an account, especially when you've got a big Twitter account like Narushiro. So again, yeah, I feel like it's just kind of messed up. And yeah, but no matter who it is, even if it is someone that is doing stuff like this. Now, yeah, but let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this, because again, I was very interested in the situation. I did a little bit of research on it, and yeah, if you guys did enjoy it. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go over to GameStop, use my code Gaza, get 10% off. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.